Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people usually say about you when they talk about you. So take a look at the three piles we have today and see which one you're most drawn to. So pick using your intuition and take the first one that pops out to you the most. So for pile 1, we have the Strawberry Obsidian Crystal with the Knight of Wands. For pile 2, we have Unakite with the King of Swords. And for pile 3, we have Yellow Calcite with the Page of Swords. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi, my pile of wands. If you chose the Strawberry Obsidian Crystal and the Knight of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people usually say about you when they talk about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find all my details in the description box below. If you'd like to enter the giveaway to stand the chance to win a free 30-minute reading from me, then all you need to do is be subscribed to this channel and comment under this video, and the giveaway winner will be announced when we reach 40k subscribers. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards. So in today's reading, we're just going to use tarot, and I think I'm going to use a bit of my clairvoyance and psychic insight too. So spirit guides of pile 1, please tap me into pile 1's energy. Please show me, what do people usually say about pile 1 when they talk about pile 1? So we have the Seven of Wands. With that Seven of Wands card, I felt something within my solar plexus. We have the Five of Wands showing up reversed. We have the Six of Cups showing up reversed. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Star showing up reversed. We have the Ace of Swords showing up reversed. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Six of Wands. And we have one extra card with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so what do people usually say when they speak about you? So with the Knight of Wands being your first card, people usually do say that you're quite an ambitious person with a lot of passion for what you do. And you use your passion and your determination to get to your goals. People often say you're impressive in some way, and you impress them with what you've accomplished so far, or where you've gone so far in terms of like your goals. People say that with the Seven of Cups, you're someone with big dreams and wishes, and there's a lot of things you're going after. You're not just going after one goal or one thing in mind. You're probably going after multiple different things you kind of want to come to reality or manifest into reality for you. And so this could be like you focusing on your exams, but also, you know, having a part-time job at the same time. That's an example of the energy. But it doesn't have to resonate like that. It could just be that you're going after multiple things at once, and you're not letting time stop you or define how far you can go. So when I say you're not letting time stop you, I mean, you know how a lot of people have excuses that they don't have time for this and this and that? Well, you make time for a lot of the things you want to get or accomplish. You know, when you really want something, you're not thinking about not having time for it. And at least that's what people say of you, even if you don't think yourself, like, even if you don't think of yourself like that. This is what people think of you, right? And what people say about you usually. People say that you're growing and you can accomplish something great. You have a lot of potential. And some people even say that you're very cute usually. A lot of people say that you have the courage and bravery to go after what you want. And a lot of people may sometimes say that you kind of fight for what you want with the Seven of Wands. You don't give up. You're very determined. But with the star reverse, sometimes there is a lack of belief within yourself, even with the solar plexus wound I felt. So maybe some people think that they wish you believed in yourself more, that they wish you grew in confidence more within your abilities and within your capabilities, right? So a lot of people believe in you and see your potential, but do you see that yourself truly? Some people might say that you're working so hard to overcompensate for something, for some kind of insecurity, but I think that's more so out of negativity or envy, or just like wanting to put you down behind your back. So don't pay attention to that. I do also think with the Seven of Wands and that insecurity I felt within my solar plexus chakra, I think some people may speak about you out of insecurity, where they may almost try to badmouth you. With the star reversed, almost steal your shine away or take you lower off the pedestal, make others see you differently because of insecurities within themselves. So the Seven of Wands usually comes after the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is about success, and here we see the Six of Wands. But the Seven of Wands is after you get that success where you're fighting to keep it. So, you know, some people might be triggered by your successes with the Six of Wands. Some people might be triggered by the things you've accomplished. And to make themselves feel better, they kind of badmouth you because you've accomplished something great and they feel envious of that. And even if it's something that's not so big, like let's say you just reached a goal, you know, they could still be envious of that. You definitely have a lot of people watching you then speaking about you. People say you have this exciting, strong personality about you, and I think people sometimes get swept up in all that you are, and they kind of put you on a pedestal when they speak about you as well. So some people might try to take you off the pedestal when they speak about you, yet some people may be speaking about you like they're fanning after you, like literal fans, where they just kind of put you on a pedestal when they speak about you, if that makes sense. So I am seeing a lot of gossip about you, and I am seeing them kind of praise you. And I'm asking Spirit, what are they praising you about? You know, when they speak about you, and I'm hearing the song Money Talks and seeing like a dollar sign in my mind. So maybe people are speaking highly of your finances at the moment and where you're at financially at the moment. And even if you don't perceive yourself as the richest person in the world, maybe you just made lots of improvements towards that. And maybe some of you have, you know, earned yourself bonuses or gotten yourself to a higher financial place. And a lot of people are proud of you, but a lot of people are also envious of it. So you have different people talking about it from different emotions. And I'm sure you can imagine from those different emotions, they say different things about you, depending on what they feel about it. So some people kind of praise you from afar, some people idealize you, and then some people devalue you because they kind of feel threatened by you. There's something about you not taking breaks, you having some kind of flexibility when it comes to your goals and adaptability. Maybe you're actually physically flexible, but I'm seeing something about adaptability and flexibility and like you not taking breaks or stopping. Some people feel behind when they look at you. So I'm seeing Cancer energy in this pile. And when I mention zodiac signs, this could be your sign or people that are speaking about you. But maybe there's either a Cancer speaking about you or you could be a Cancer. And I'm seeing that people could speak about you being like this very fun, loving type of person. Even with the lovers at the back of the deck, you are a lover at heart and you are romantic. Maybe people even speak about your love life. We'll get further into that if I see more messages on that. But basically, I also see this energy of people saying you're a peaceful person and you're very nurturing in some way. and also very in touch with your own emotions and sensitive side. Sometimes people could say that you are someone with a realistic point of view of life. You're not necessarily pessimistic. Some people may say you're pessimistic, but I think most people will say that you're a realist. Yet at the same time, you're a dreamer. Like, how I can explain this is you're a dreamer when it comes to wanting to accomplish different things, but you look at life through a realistic lens. If that makes sense. Like, yes, you're hopeful, but you're also looking at life through a realistic lens, because sometimes if you have your hopes too far up, then we can also get disappointed. And maybe you're the type that doesn't like to get disappointed, and you kind of just like to be ready for anything that comes your way. So maybe that's what people say about you. People could be speaking about your car if you have one. People usually also say that you seem a little bit confused with the Ace of Swords reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. Sometimes it's like you want to do something, but you don't know if you should, and there's a lot of hesitancy and like doubting yourself and like not being sure if you should go after something or not, or if you should make a decision or not. So maybe you're someone that is a little bit indecisive at times. Sometimes you find yourself like pondering on a decision and feeling like, should I do this? Should I not? And so sometimes people describe you as someone that may think about something very deeply before you make a decision, before you have clarity in your mind on what you might want to do. And sometimes you might be stuck on both choices where you see the pros and cons within both, but you still struggle to decide. And then after a while of like thinking of both options, you finally break through and find your own opinion on that, or you find your own decision on that, of what feels most comfortable for you and what feels best for you in that moment. Now, with the Ace of Swords reversed next to the star, some people could also spread lies about you that are not true. So I don't know if some of that has already come out in the reading or not, but that is coming through. But it's because of jealousy and because of you shining and succeeding and other people being passive aggressive with the Five of Wands. Not having the courage to say it to your face, but saying it behind your back because they're too scared to say it in front of your face. So with the Six of Cups reversed, you could also have a lot of past people talking about you, people that just can't get over you, that keep obsessing over you, even though you're no longer in their life. A lot of the times they could be speaking about you from this passive aggressive place as well. I'm not going to go further into that, but that's what I see. And some of them could even be describing the fact that they can't let go of you, or they can't stop thinking about you, or, something along those lines where it's like they can't let you go. And they definitely speak about you over and over again. I also see people usually describe you as someone that is ever changing and ever growing, where you try to not be the same version of yourself you were once before. Like, you're always trying to improve and grow and maybe let go of past versions of self or past doubts or, things people have maybe said to you in the past. Like, you're not letting that get in your way, or you're at least trying not to. You're someone that's very present in conversations. And you look like you're very much like paying attention to people in conversation. So that's what people usually say about you. People usually say, I'm hearing good girl gone bad. Or maybe good boy gone bad. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing something about someone speaking about something big, an accomplishment of yours that is kind of huge in a way, because I'm seeing someone, for example, on a magazine cover. So you know, you don't have to relate to that in any way, because I don't think many people will relate to that. But I think there's something huge you've accomplished where many people have seen it, and people are definitely speaking about that, like very heavily, because your accomplishments has come up like so much within this pile. So I think it's like the thing people speak about the most. People speak about the fact that you've saved up for something and you've been very responsible with your money. You probably had to kind of like budget and not spend a lot or go out a lot to get to where you're at right now. And I think right now you're still being responsible with your money, even though there has been some kind of increase in your finances. And so people are saying that you're just very responsible and, you know, mature in some way. And people praise you for that. I also get that your family could be speaking about you a lot, um, saying how proud they are of you, firstly. And I get that they speak about you as if you're so cute, your family. I'm now seeing the Eiffel Tower in my mind, so some of you could have very well traveled somewhere recently, or, you know, if you travel a lot, maybe people could be speaking about those trips you've had, or if you've spoken about wanting to travel, or that you're going somewhere soon. You know, maybe people are speaking about that. We have 333 on the clock as an angel number for you. So I feel like people could also be speaking about your growth and expansion as a person, just like how you've grown. And maybe they're also comparing a past version of you to you now with the Six of Cups reversed. People usually comment on your attractiveness and how attractive you are. I think a lot of people almost like look at you like you're a supermodel. I'm literally seeing that in my mind, like supermodel energy. And even if you don't perceive yourself as looking like one, like other people may say you could be a model if you wanted to. Because remember earlier I said something about magazine, and now I'm seeing someone that almost like looks very supermodel-y, where they're posing and the wind is blowing in their hair and they just look so attractive. I'm also seeing someone get their nails done, so like maybe your nails are always done or looking good, and maybe people comment on your nails and your overall sense of attractiveness a lot. You have this tough side to you, yet also a compassionate side to you. Like you have a badass side to you, but you also have this loving, emotional side to you, sensitive side to you. And so I think a lot of people like comment on how you can be like badass, but you can also be very compassionate. Some people are judging certain choices or decisions you've made, but it seems like they're reacting quite positively to that. A lot of people usually say that you smell very good, because I'm seeing perfume in my mind. I'm also seeing Capricorn energy. I'm seeing Scorpio. I'm seeing Pisces. I'm also seeing the angel number 444. So you are spiritually protected against all gossip and negativity, evil eye. But also your reputation is protected in some way spiritually. People could also be speaking about something you released or healed from. People usually say that you're kind, but don't take their kindness for granted, or don't take their kindness for weakness, because I promise you, they're not weak. There's like this thing about you where you have this fighter spirit within you, where if someone comes at you, you're going to come for them too, and they're going to wish they never had. But at the same time, like if someone's nice to you, you're going to be kind back. So that is what I see in terms of like how people describe you. I keep seeing stuff about like someone being very attracted to you, and now this time I'm seeing like someone almost like feel a lot of lust for you. I'm seeing the music video for Push the Button by Pussycat Dolls. So that music video kind of reminded me of like a lusty feeling when I heard that song and saw that music video in my mind's eye. It makes me think that maybe someone or multiple people are kind of like lusting after you and talking about like the kind of attraction they have, the chemistry they have with you, maybe how they feel about you, and also like how much they want to kiss you and how much kind of chemistry they feel with you, if that makes sense. Where they just almost feel like you're irresistible in some way. And what Spirit is showing me is it almost feels like they're on heat. Like they're speaking about you with so much desire. Like the way they're speaking about you, it's like maybe they're even fanning themselves because you're so hot. Like that's the vibe Spirit's giving me. People that watch you as well consistently will tell people that you're very mysterious and hidden in some way, and it's like they can't get much information on you even when they watch you. So let's just say, for example, someone asks a question like, "Oh, what do you know about Pal 1?" And they're kind of saying, I don't know, I couldn't find much about them. Like I stalked their social media, but I couldn't find much about them. Maybe there was just 2 posts there or something." Some people talk about you and they say certain things that they end up regretting. What is that about, Spirit? I'm hearing it's too late now to apologize. So, whatever they said, let's say you had to find out about it, it would be too late for them to apologize. Where you wouldn't like forgive them for what they had said behind your back, whoever this is. And I'm seeing that character in my mind's eye. I'm just trying to remember her name. Okay, it's from the Pearl movie. That character, that main character, the lady. I'm seeing the part where she's like, "Why you want to leave me?" And she's getting all like riled up and everything like that. So some people say that you have this other side to you that can be like very crazy in a way. Like if someone F's you over or leaves you or just treats you badly, like you will call it out with the Queen of Swords and you will get like very rough with your words. Um, like you will stand up for yourself in some way with the Queen of Swords too. And maybe like when someone just pushes your buttons too much, maybe you can almost like get set over the edge. So I feel like some people have spoken about that as well. But that is all I see for you, Pal 1. Let me know how this reading resonated for you in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, Pal number 2s. If you chose this Unakite crystal and the King of Swords, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people usually say about you when they talk about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find all my details in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to enter the giveaway to stand the chance to win a free 30-minute reading with me, then all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel and comment under this video, and the giveaway winner will be announced when we reach 40k subscribers. So when I looked at this King of Swords card, I heard clipped their wings or something like that. So maybe you had someone in your life where you almost like lost yourself in the relationship, and people could speak about that where the person almost made you lose your spark or made you give up on things that you love or people that you love. It's kind of like you clipped your wings for this person, or maybe you gave up on a dream for this person or something. And something led to heartbreak here because I feel the heartbreak in my heart chakra. So we have the Eight of Wands as your next card. I guess people could be speaking about that situation. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. And if you don't resonate with it being someone specific, then maybe you went through a phase where you kind of went through a rut and it's like you lost your spark, and then maybe you're still finding it, or maybe you have found it again. I don't know, but maybe that's what's spoken about, like where you gave up on things you loved or something like that. The Eight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Justice card, the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant reversed, the Page of Cups, the Devil reversed, the Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe some of you also went through a phase of depression where you just couldn't do the things you love anymore. But we have the Sun at the back of the deck. So on a positive note, like maybe you are finding the joy in life again. Maybe you are finding the optimistic things in life again. Like looking at life with rose-colored glasses again after looking through life through maybe like a depressive kind of perception. Now it's like you're maybe looking at life through a happier perception, and maybe people are saying like you seem a lot happier lately since the Sun does represent joy. Okay, I literally put the deck down next to me and this card fell here. So I'm going to take the card. I'm just going to leave it here. This is a huge sign because I literally put it down and the card kind of like slid off. So I feel like with the Sun being here, there's an emphasized message of people really talking about how you just seem happier lately with life. I get that people could be speaking about your hair, specifically for some of you that have curly hair. People could be speaking about that. Okay, so trigger warning. Some of you had someone in your life that was very rough with you physically. I don't know if they ever put their hands on you, but they were very rough with you physically. And you had like people speaking about you from a place of concern. Because when I closed my eyes, I saw like you putting your hand somewhere and someone grabbing your arm really hard, which makes me think that maybe some of you trigger warning were like in abusive relationships or something, or maybe in a relationship with someone super controlling or narcissistic. And I get people could be speaking about that from a place of concern. Hopefully you're out of that and maybe they're relieved by that, but yeah, that is what I'm getting to. Something about you turning over a new leaf, a new page, starting a new beginning. Again, seeing the world from more of a hopeful lens or attitude. And seeing life with more brightness and optimism. So people are really speaking about your perspective of life and how it seems to have become more optimistic over time. I think a lot of you have dealt with themes of betrayal or struggle within your love life where you've not exactly had healthy relationships there. Even if you weren't in like an abusive relationship, maybe some of you were just in really toxic relationships. And maybe you are getting yourself out of that or moving on from that with the Eight of Wands. And I guess people could speak about that a lot, but it's not like you saw it coming. It's not like you knew they were toxic in the first place, but you kind of just got yourself caught in that. And I feel like now that you're moving on from that, for most of you, I'm getting you're moving on from something and turning over a new leaf, going into a new beginning where you're healing and you're letting go. But I feel like there's something about being very careful about getting into new relationships now, I can imagine, where people are kind of empathetically putting themselves in your shoes and imagining how much caution and hesitation you must feel getting into new relationships now, trusting new people now, and being able to move past that without fears of like getting stuck in those situations again. So I think when people speak about you, you have like a lot of people empathizing with you, putting themselves in your shoes, and they're hoping that you're able to move forward and heal from this situation. I just saw the angel number 555, so people could be speaking about some kind of change here to do with your mental health and emotional health, because the angel number 555 is about change, but we've been speaking about experiences you went through and also like your emotional state. So I feel like people are speaking about that, concerned people. And with the Justice card, I think a lot of people want to see things play out fairly for you and see you get justice if you have been through any injustices. But if you haven't, then maybe they're hoping that things play out fairly for you, or that, maybe you get some kind of good luck, and maybe some kind of karma is happening here for those that have maybe hurt you. So I see some people talking about that. When people speak about you, they're very truthful with the Justice card and the King of Swords. They're very hesitant to say something about you that may be misconstrued or taken the wrong way or misunderstood in some way. So people are very careful about the things they say about you, and they think before they say something, because I feel like you have had some people that maybe said certain things about you accidentally, and it created like the wrong view or image of you, and it was just something that maybe caused problems along the way. I get that you're unlearning certain things from childhood too. So people are speaking about you unlearning something. If it's not from childhood, then it's maybe things you've learned over time. Something about the gang being back. I'm hearing the gang is back, like you're back in the group of people you hang out with. So I don't know if you like took a break from your friends, or if it's just like you being single now, that your friends are saying like you're all single together now, or something like that is coming through. Or maybe you've reunited with your friends and they're kind of speaking about that. I also get that people usually say that you're a very vibrant soul, and whatever relationships you were in, they kind of made you less vibrant. But there's something about you getting your vibrancy back. I also see this energy of people usually saying that you're someone with an innocent heart, like you couldn't hurt a fly. You're very fast and quick on your feet with your actions, but you're also very careful with your actions. But like, you can think quick on your feet is what I'm getting. And you could be someone that walks fast, talks fast, does things very fast. I hear people could be speaking about you reaching a new milestone. And people could usually say that you're someone that like moves on pretty fast from things, or picks yourself back up pretty fast after like going through something. Like you're not going to stay stuck in that forever, or you're not going to stay low forever. You are eventually going to pick yourself back up. I see people calling you strong. I see some people saying that they have a lot of empathy for you and that they want to support you in some way. And I see them being very angry at the people that have hurt you. So with this pile, like you've been hurt by someone and it was kind of unfair in a way. Whoever this is that's speaking about you seems to be very protective over you. Someone is speaking about the fact that they feel hooked onto you, that they feel addicted to you in some way, that they can't get enough of you. And I'm seeing like a message in a bottle. So there's something about them speaking about the short conversations you guys have with each other, short forms of communication where you and this person don't speak much, or are in no contact or minimal contact, and you only like speak once in a while. I just feel like a lot of people tend to get obsessed with you as well and speak about you a lot. So I'm seeing Sagittarius energy. And now when I mention zodiac signs, this could be your sign or the signs of people speaking about you. But with Sagittarius, maybe I'm also getting a message within that you're free right now, and maybe you're feeling called to travel or to kind of come back home to yourself. I feel like with the Queen of Wands, you're kind of like on this journey of finding inner confidence within yourself. Maybe you're going through some kind of glow up here, and it seems like you just are very brave for getting yourself out of these situations. And again, you're very strong. So I think people admire those traits you have and speak about it like that. Some people say that you're very innocent and naive, that sometimes you get yourself into situations where someone is deceitful, but you're not able to tell they're deceitful, but that's not your fault. It's not like you did anything wrong. You were kind of just set into a trap. Because I'm seeing the evil witch with Snow White when she eats the apple. So maybe you have received certain poison apples from people metaphorically, where you thought someone had good intentions towards you, but later found out they didn't. And I don't think that's your fault. I don't think you should ever blame yourself for that. I'm not saying you have, but I don't think you should ever do that, because that was their choice to do that, you know? And someone doing something bad to you has nothing to do with you. I think it's their choice to do that bad thing. And if they're going to choose to do that bad thing, then they need to take responsibility for that, not you. Someone is speaking about the fact that you smoke, or they're mentioning it. I'm seeing something about like a liking towards music. So either people speak about your music taste and the kind of songs or music you like, or people speak about the fact that you like to make music if you do. So that is what I see. Or they just maybe think you have good music taste. I don't know. People usually say that you're someone that's very smart. You're someone that's very honest too. And I get that a lot of your co-workers or people you go to school with could be sort of speaking about your skills. I think with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, you're still maybe like at the beginner level, or you're still learning something. So maybe you're not an expert at what you do, but you are making some progress here, and your coworkers or people you go to school with, or teachers or something, or professors could be speaking about that. I see something about being scared of being burned again or being hurt again. People usually say that your life was turned upside down in some way, but you somehow found a way to put everything back in order or back in its place within your life. I see someone here that loves singing, and you have a very powerful voice. Something about time management is being spoken about. So if you're someone that's always on time, people could say that. If you're someone that's always late, people could say that. If you're someone that's sometimes late, sometimes on time, people could say that. Something about your time management. There's something about when you're forced to make a decision between two things, you would like to have both. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing someone choose between two options and then they choose both options. Like, they choose to keep both. People could definitely be talking about your progress within your healing journey, and how you just like seem so free right now. I think people would usually describe you as someone that has always had a bubbly, optimistic side to you. But maybe you've lost that throughout phases of your life where you went through dark periods, but then you found that back. And I guess people could have said, like, you've always been a confident person, but I think throughout phases of your life, you've had to fight for that back, during those dark periods of your life. So I'm hearing like snake in my mind's eye, but I don't feel like anybody's calling you a snake. I feel like someone is calling somebody else a snake within your life. Because when I'm tapping into the energy, I don't feel like it's about you. I feel like it's about someone that's in your life, or someone that's no longer in your life, and someone that you know, that you love, that is protective over you is calling them a snake. Someone here could be very fit and active, or you've recently been going to the gym again and you've been getting fit and active and people are talking about that. People say that you're a free spirit, a go with the flow person. You don't like to be tied down to things or down to strict routines. You kind of just like to go with the flow with your own life. There's something about your sense of humor that people comment on, but I feel like people usually call you funny in some way, and they say you have this bright light about you, like this bright light within you. People often enjoy your presence. Some of you could be a little bit witchy, and people could speak about that. Or speak about your spirituality if you're not witchy, but if you're into spirituality. Some people could be scared of it and maybe assume the worst, I guess. Because I'm seeing like a ritual in my mind's eye. There's something about you always liking to buy new things for yourself. Like, I don't know if you're a shopaholic, if you're always buying new things for your house, for your home, or for like yourself in some way, like clothes and stuff. I see a lot of people pointing the finger towards people that have wronged you and blaming those people for certain things that have happened in your life, right? But I just got a notification on my phone as I said that from the I Am app, and it's basically an affirmation app, and it says I choose to forgive and move forward with a light heart. So maybe a lot of you have chosen the path of forgiveness, even though, you know, maybe at one point you were like resentful or angry about what happened to you. Maybe you're choosing to take the forgiving path, and maybe some people are speaking about that. A lot of you could be gamers, creatives. People definitely speak about that. They also say things that they've heard about you, where when they say it, they're kind of open about the fact that they don't know whether this is true or not. So the other person must take it with a grain of salt. But I see something about like someone hearing something about you and then telling somebody else. And then saying like, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what I heard. I'm also hearing you're not defined by your past or what you've experienced. I'm seeing Libra energy, Taurus energy, strong fire sign energy. I did mention Sagittarius, so Aries and Leo too. Also Scorpio. There could be specifically a Scorpio that is watching you very intently. And this Scorpio is suspicious of you for some reason. I don't know why. But they will be eager to find that there's nothing to worry about. That you don't like have bad intentions towards them and you're not like doing anything sus. So I think they will be eager to find out that they can trust you, and they might speak about that in the near future. The fact that like maybe before they didn't trust you but now they do. And I keep seeing this energy of like people describing you as a jokester, someone that like knows how to make other people laugh and smile with the things you say. Again, like just a really colorful, vibrant personality. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this yellow calcite crystal and the Page of Swords, and this is your reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people usually say about you when they talk about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all my details in the description box below. Also, I have a giveaway happening at the moment. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel and comment under this video to stand the chance to win a free 30-minute reading from me, and the giveaway winner will be announced when we reach 40k subscribers. So I'm hearing that a lot of the times people could describe you as someone that's extremely lucky and fortunate in some way. Whether you see yourself that way or not, this is how you're spoken about. And I get that you have this golden energy about you where you attract the flow or the kind of like stream of opportunities or something your way, and it's like you're always in the right place at the right time. But I also get that you could sometimes like be spoken about and then enter the conversation, or sometimes like spoken about and then you call the person and then the person's like speak of the devil. But as I was saying, there's something about like people calling you very lucky in some way, and saying that like you always just find yourself in the right place or find yourself making the right decisions that lead to the right things. It's like somehow you just know which direction to go in or where to go to get your blessings. But I feel Spirit saying it has nothing to do about the decisions you make or where you go. It has more to do with your energy, with the golden energy I was speaking about. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords. I'm hearing that you're a very hard worker and you could feel tired at times because of how hard you work. The Justice card. I hear that someone has advocated for you in the past, or multiple people have defended you when you weren't there. Judgment, the Page of Cups, and these would be loyal friends or loyal people in your life. The Seven of Wands, the Nine of Swords. I'm seeing a bee in my mind's eye. The Eight of Swords. So again, like bees could be seen as symbols of luck, to me at least. But they're also symbols of pollination, fertility, the creation of life, since they pollinate flowers. They're also symbols of hard workers because, busy, busy bees. So maybe people call you like a busy, busy bee in some way. So people usually say that you usually follow your instincts, and your instincts are usually pretty on point and accurate. I don't know if you're quite intuitive or if you're always just trusting your gut instincts or your gut instincts, and they always lead you to the right place. People usually say that you're very resourceful. And even in moments of stuckness or difficulty, your resourcefulness finds a way out of that for you. So you fight to find a way out of that. You're also someone with an explorer, adventurer type of side to you. I don't know if you like to travel a lot, but that is what's coming through. If you have any siblings, your siblings could speak about you as well as a mother figure in your life. And these siblings could often speak about, or sibling could often speak about, times you were kind of like naughty together, where you almost got into trouble. And if this is not a sibling, then this could be like a childhood friend too, because I'm seeing like inside the classroom. People often speak about you being a good decision maker, and you know how to just like make the right decisions for yourself that lead to a very good path. You're optimistic about life. You have learned to kind of stop and smell the roses. You're not in a rush when it comes to getting to your destination or to getting to where you want to be in life, because you kind of just stop and enjoy the journey as you get there. People describe you to be someone with a beautiful smile or a handsome smile. There's also something about you being very wise, but also knowing how to follow instructions very well. Sometimes you may not see yourself as the wise person you are, but you are. And I get that people could speak about you to have like a youthful energy or attitude about life to you. You're not immature, but you have this youthful attitude about life. Like no matter your age, for some of you, you could be a lot older in age, but then you choose to not feel old. Like you choose to still feel young. That's what I'm seeing for some of you. Some people could also like assume you were younger than your age, or say that you look younger than your age, You could also look physically youthful. You also don't look like you've stressed much in life. I don't know why I'm messing up my words there, but maybe sometimes people mess up their words when they speak about you. It's like you don't seem to deal with things that make you feel stuck very often. I think you do, but people say you don't. Because with the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords here, you do, but maybe you know how to hide your worries very well with the Four of Swords opposite the Nine of Swords, because the Four of Swords is all about relaxation, peace, all those things, comfortability, and the Nine of Swords is about worries and fears. So maybe you carry it very well and you look calm even when you're not. Even when you're worried inside, and so people just assume you have this easy, comfortable life and that you're just not one to get worried easily. Maybe you do feel it, but you just don't let it interfere with your life. I also see this energy of knowing how to see the truth even when proof isn't there. So again, your gut instincts could be pretty on point. Although you have this like go with the flow type of energy and this exploratory type of energy about you, where you're open to like new possibilities, adventure, things like that, you also somehow have your life together. And you're able to keep things in order in your life while still making time for the things you love and for things that uplift you and bring you joy. Someone here could have recently had a baby or is pregnant, and people could be speaking about that. Or let's say you're trying for a baby or something, or maybe your family wants you to have a baby, like maybe they're speaking about that. I think sometimes people don't see the fact that you go through certain struggles where you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes you need a pep talk from those around you to actually go after what you want or go back in the world and feel confident about yourself or do what you need to do. And I don't think people speak about it, but I think people are almost like, how does this person do it? It's kind of like people look at you like you don't deal with the things they struggle with. Like you don't deal with those kind of obstacles. You have found a way to do what you love while still making money for some of you. You're someone with a great imagination, and you can be very protective over what you have. I see a lot of people respecting you and looking up to you, and that is shown through the way they speak about you. Some maybe even being intimidated by you, and that reflects through the way they speak about you. Whereas most people kind of just see you as like a breath of fresh air. A lot of people like just get very happy when they speak about you. And a lot of people feel like they can relate to you. Like, even if they don't really know you that well, they just feel like they can relate to you. And there's a lot of like deep understanding. Nothing really seems to get you down, at least for long. You seem like very emotionally stable as well. You seem very grounded, and you know how to think rationally, yet at the same time, like you know how to have fun. I get that someone within your family could be speaking about a fight that you guys had, or the fact that you and them are constantly like arguing or getting on each other's nerves, but there's love within that statement. It's kind of like they're laughing about it, or they can speak about it with like love in their heart, where there's no like anger there, but it's kind of like, oh, that's just us. We fight and bicker, but we still love each other. So that's what I see. It doesn't have to be family, but I'm picking up for most of you, it could be a family member or someone you deem as a close friend, maybe even a partner. Sometimes people say that you're very mysterious and hard to read or hard to figure out. Some people speak about you from a place of looking at you like a fantasy or making you up to be like a fantasy in their mind. where they almost like idealize you in their mind. Something about you being very protective over the things you have or your items. You also are very upfront with saying no to certain things you're not comfortable with, especially when it comes to people borrowing things of yours. Like, if you know they're not the type to give it back, like, you're not going to give it to them in the first place. And if you're someone that just doesn't borrow people things, then maybe you relate to that. Whereas maybe some of you went through something where, you know, people were borrowing from you but not giving it back to you, and then you stopped. Or you said no to certain people. That's what I'm picking up on. And people could be speaking about that. Someone is interested in you romantically and is asking another person that knows you, like, should I get them this or should I get them this? And then they're like, oh, no, that's trash. Like, they're not going to want this. Let me think of another idea. I hear raking in opportunities. So people could be speaking about you being like a very abundant person, someone that attracts certain opportunities to you. You also don't like let little things bother you. You just brush it off. People definitely talk about that. You can be a little bit mischievous at times, but like in a funny way. A lot of you are very vocal about the fact that we need to save the earth and almost just like protect the earth in some way, or litter less, clean up the earth in some way. So maybe some of you are very like environmentally friendly and people could speak about that when they talk about you. Something about you knowing how to put your foot down. Like, you are giving and you are tolerable. I mean, you do tolerate like certain things, but you also know when to put your foot down. There is someone in your life or multiple people in your life that feel like they met you for a reason and are speaking about how you just elevated or made their life better in some way as soon as you came into their life. It's like, it feels like they were meant to meet you or they were meant to be in your life in some way. So I'm seeing someone speak about you and the other person be like, who's that? And then the other person like describes how they met you and why they know you and all that. So, you know, maybe you have like certain people speak about you and the other person's a stranger and they're like, who's that? And then they go on to describe who you are as a person and like how they know you. This is my pile of foodies. People say that a lot about you, and you're also not afraid to tell a person to F off. Like, especially if they're irritating you, like, in a way where they're not stopping and you tell them, like, leave me alone, and they don't leave you alone. People say that the things you do are very strategic, but not in a bad way. Like, when you're thinking of decisions you're making, you're strategic about it, and it always leads you to the best possible outcome, to you winning in some way, because I'm seeing like a board of chess games. So people think you're smart with the moves you're making, with the decisions you're making, and it's leading to good outcomes within your life. I also think people would describe you as someone that's a hard worker, someone that takes your morals and ethics very seriously. You can be a little bit moody at times, but I get that people like that about you. There is someone in your life that you always go to for reassurance, or that always lifts your spirits when you're feeling low. And I get that this person could be speaking about you like from this place of like wanting you to have the world, like wanting you to have so much happiness and joy. You know, it's like they speak about you with so much love. There could be some kind of debate about who is right or wrong in a situation with you and someone else, and other people are speaking about it. Maybe it's a conversation that's happened a lot within different groups of people. People usually say that you have this cheerful attitude and you keep your promises. Someone could be, or like people could be speaking about like promises you've made to them and fulfilled. Something about you being very loud with your voice. Very dreamy too. And you know how to find solutions to problems very, very quickly. Maybe you might even be good at giving people advice or giving them solutions to their problems where before they had no solutions, they didn't know what to do, they felt stuck. You're also not the type to spoon feed people. Like, you're gonna help them maybe get to where they want to be, but you're not gonna do it for them. You're someone that's very unique and different, and maybe you're very into technology or AI or something like that. Or like you're on your phone a lot. Like, I get that this pile loves technology, loves computers, loves things like that. There's also something about you being a neat and tidy person where it's very rare that someone will find you in like a messy or unorganized space. And if you are a little messy, it's not like overboard, you know, like most of the time your space is clean. There's also something about like healthy eating with this pile, and someone here really loves matcha because I keep seeing matcha over and over in my mind. So like let's say you have an obsession with matcha, like people could speak about it. Some of you could be stoners, and people could speak about that. But you could also be very competitive. Like when you want to win at something, you will win. And when I say competitive, I'm talking about like bets and games and stuff like that. Like when you want to win, you want to win. Because I'm seeing like a food competition in my mind and you winning the food competition where you eat faster than everybody else. So like maybe you are someone that like knows how to win certain games or competitions, or you are just competitive and it's like you want to beat everybody else and be the best. Someone is saying they love your physical affection. This is someone you're always like holding hands with. And there is also someone in your life or multiple people in your life that are very nosy, that love to gossip about you and love to get the tea on you because they're so nosy. But they have some people that like to be nosy towards you have embarrassed themselves a few times just trying to speak about you. I don't know what that means, but like I'm seeing them embarrass themselves in some way. Some of you are OCD or are a germaphobe. I'm also seeing something about like a love for pets and animals. A lot of people put their trust in you and they vent about their worries to you, and then they feel lighter after, or they feel just more at peace after. So they may speak about that. Some people also have a soft spot for you in their heart where it's hard to say no to you, or it's hard um to not like give in to you in some way. Like you kind of pull on their heartstrings, but it's not like you do that intentionally. Like, let's say you ask for something from this certain someone, it's very hard to say no to you. Something about being impulsive at times, but somehow it leading you to a good place. Like, even when you're impulsive, it works out for you. I keep seeing something about people calling you wise, yet youthful at the same time. So for zodiac signs, I see Aries, I see Leo, I see Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, especially Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. So that could be the sign, your sign, like, or other people's signs that are speaking about you. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let me know down in the comments below how you resonated with this and what you think of the reading, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!